1983 when the company Proton was launched, and they launched it with the Saga. It was economical, it was lovely to drive. Every Malaysian had one, every Malaysian needed one. Why, you say? Because it was the car of the country. Everyone wanted to be a part of its heritage. So with that in mind, Proton has not lost a single ounce of it. They have actually got better at what they're doing. With that, I give you the all-new Proton X50. Interior creature comforts. Many of them include traction control, a dimmer for your instrument cluster at night, cruise control, fog lights, and auto dim for your headlights. And you got your multifunction steering wheel here, which incorporate your cruise control, call activation and cutting, Bluetooth connectivity, mode settings, trip settings, computer settings, and volume. Everything you need to operate your car while you're driving can be done so from the steering wheel itself. Next, we move on to the entertainment system. You have volume, you have a clock. What a beautiful clock that is. Press one more time to disengage and you've turned on your system. You have Bluetooth music, Bluetooth USB, you have volume settings, and the climate system is surprisingly simple. You have one button for mode, one more for interior circulation of air, AC, automatic. So normally I would just set it in auto and forget about it. We have climate control, which is digital, and you can see it's being actuated up here as I change 22, 23 all the way down. So we're going to keep it about 20 degrees average. And the center console is made out of brushed aluminium, which I have to say looks pretty classy for an X50, for Proton that is. Here we have auto park. Yes, I said it, auto park, as you have in most Volvos and most BMWs these days. Auto park is here and available for you 24/7 if the parking lot is legit and it's a proper parking lot. Do not try this on a muddy road and with no parking lines or whatsoever. Next, we have park distance control. This actually navigates you through a parking lot where it's a bit tight, you're not used to it, you engage this. It lets you know how much distance you have front, back, and side to side. So once you've done parking, disengage it and you're good to go. As you can see, the interior is really well equipped with a hand-stitched leather dashboard and brushed aluminium all across the design panel in your cockpit. Okay, so first drive in the X50. Hadi, what do you think about it so far?
So far, everything went smoothly. I cannot feel the slightest bit of engine vibration. There's not the slightest bit of knocking sound like what people say, what people might think about 3-cylinder car. Yeah, so far it's been good.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly quiet for 3-cylinder. Even when you start it up, it's almost seamless.
Yep.
It feels like it's a proper 4 or 6-cylinder starting up, which is quite impressive these days, isn't it?
Yep, correct.
So let's go for a drive. Let's see what we have.
So right now we're driving in normal mode. As you can see, the digital cluster, you can see the yellow accent in there. So that indicates that we are right now in normal mode.
So normal mode would basically give you all the horsepower, am I right?
Yep, that's
but at a very slow linear power output.
Yep.
So eco mode will only propel you to 120, as I saw on the speedometer. Okay. See, one thing about cars these days is even if you plan to start off your journey without wearing a belt, it's going to inform you, and that's the irritating part, isn't it? Like back those days, people knew to wear their belt. Nowadays, it's like, you know, I'm going to a shop, I don't need to wear my belt. But cars these days do not allow that.
But we need to keep in mind that safety is important.
Yeah,
so
safety is number one.
always keep your seatbelt on.
Yes, exactly. Because you might never know when something goes wrong. You see, the car has informed me that there is uneven road on the left.
Yep.
There was a bit of a crease on the left, and the car just informed me of that, which is quite remarkable, I would say.
Yep.
It's quite nippy, on the low end. So now let's give it a bit of spirit. Full seamless, quite decent. Oh, that's nice. And hard on the brakes for a bump. I didn't feel a thing, did you?
Yeah, no.
It's quite comfortable, quite refined. Oh, it's lovely. Wipers actuate automatically or with the wiper stalk here all the way to the top. So you got super fast, fast, and intermittent for low drizzle times when you don't have much rain. So yes, I believe we have the start stop. Do you have start stop?
Yeah, we do.
Start stop. Where
So-
is that located?
You just need to press the auto hold function. So normally it will turn on. Yeah. So right now if you let go of the brake, the car won't budge.
Oh, okay, auto hold. Right.
Yep.
They have that on the 2017-18 model Civic as well. Yeah,
okay.
auto hold.
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually a good feature
Yeah.
to have. You don't have to keep your leg on the brake. It's kind of tiring after a while, especially in traffic jams where these cars are meant to be used.
Yeah. True.
So, the engine, the transmission is all Volvo. Yes, you heard me right. It's Volvo. The gearbox is from the XC40.
Yep. True.
XC40, yeah, XC40.
Untuk pengetahuan anda,
And the engine as well.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt your impression, but untuk pengetahuan anda, kereta ini datang sekali equipped dengan transmission yang ada pada Volvo XC40, di mana ia mempunyai 7-speed transmission, wet clutch, sama seperti Volvo, sama seperti Volkswagen dengan famous DSG dia. Tapi for Proton, they have optimized the car for longevity instead of performance.
So what would be the warranty on the gearbox and the engine once you buy a brand new X50?
Right. So, kereta ni mempunyai warranty dengan 150,000 km dan juga 5 tahun, whichever come first. So, within that warranty period, the transmission will be covered, the engine will be covered, the whole car will be covered within 5 years. So, seperti yang anda nampak bila kita pakai normal mode. Normal mode is actually adapting to our driving style. So let's say if we drive the car aggressively, take a left here. So let's say if we drive the car aggressively, the transmission will change much more aggressive compare if you put it in eco mode or if you put it in sport mode. Yeah, the car will be aggressive all the time.
So it's more responsive.
Yeah, true.
It's more responsive.
But if you put it in normal mode, it will adapt to how you drive, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so the car learns as you go
Yep,
along.
correct.
Okay, that's actually quite good because I kind of drive mine quite spiritedly. So I would want my car to actually be quite nippy. Right.
Yeah.
So this is the third traffic light that we have stopped at, and I still fail to feel the engine. I cannot feel it. That's one thing that amazes me. It's a 3-cylinder. For all you viewers out there who's not sure about what I'm talking about, well, an engine has to be balanced. So a balanced amount would be 2, 4, 6. It's all even numbers. So that would be an even distribution of combustion.
Yep, correct.
So the order goes like suck, squeeze, bang, blow. That is the proper order for a 4-cycle combustion engine. Whereas when you have a 3-cylinder, at the same time, 2 are going up and 1 is coming down. So that would mean it's not balanced.
Yep.
But Proton has done so good work in actually trying to make it feel like a 4-cylinder, in a way balanced, that you can't actually feel the engine. Which is very, very remarkable if you ask me, because 3 cylinders from our time as soon as you start it up, you can feel every grunt from the engine.
Every vibration, even the slightest bit.
It's non-stop. It's boop, 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 boop. You literally can feel every firing of each cylinder. So the next thing we want to try is the sport mode. So let's see how fast this does 0 to 100. Alright?
Alright, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. It's getting up there. It's really getting up there, 100. Okay, that's quite fast. For an SUV, you would expect it to take its time and pull its weight.
Yep.
But it actually gets up there quite fast.
Thanks to the transmission and also the engine.
Yeah, because it is from a Volvo.
Yep.
This is smooth. There's very minimal wind noise. If you have a decibel meter in here, it's probably going to be less than 55.
Yeah.
Less than 60.
That's true. Straight.
So now let's have a go and try the radar guided cruise control. That's doing it.
Yep.
It's doing it.
Alright.
Do I brake? Brake. Oh, it's braking for me. Shit.
We'll keep the same distance
Okay.
as you said.
So we have already engaged the radar guided cruise control.
Okay, you can take a right actually. It's supposed to take. Sorry.
Too much.
Almost right. Yes, you see the indicator. Once you.
So we're going over some uneven road, and it's really quiet. You know, you can feel the roughness within the road, but it's barely. Just to know that okay, the road is rough, take the necessary precautions and advise accordingly. Other than that, it pulls really hard. See, you actually get a boost of torque that pushes you back into your seat, even though it's a big SUV. So that is quite handy when it comes to overtaking and when it comes to getting to your job interview in a rush. Okay, we're gonna do a hill start, 0 to 100, and let's see how it pulls uphill. So we're done driving the all-new X50 and testing it. So what do you think, Hadi? Is it a good buy?
So, if you want a practical car and you want a car that put the S back in SUV, the Proton X50 is your answer.
I have to say, if this was 2 hours ago before the test drive, I would beg to differ. But now, after driving it, feeling it, cornering in it, handling in it, braking in it, I would say I would get one too. Right?
Yep, exactly. As Prashant said, this car is the most bang for your buck and there's no other competitors to it.
So there you go. Conclusion is, if you haven't bought an X50, you should buy one right now. Special thanks to Wilcop Auto for lending us this beautiful X50 to test drive and review. There'll be more coming in from them and more from us.
If you like what you see just now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to RevCut TV. And if there's any feedback, please leave it in the comment section down below. If you got a car worthy of reviewing, drop us an email and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Anything to add, Prashant?
Well, I think you said it all. Until next time, stay tuned.
See you in the next one.
Cheers.